All right, my little pumpkins, we're back. We were looking at this. Is that still lined up? Yeah, cool. I just realized that my face is moving back and forth from one side to the other. All right, so we're going to look at section C now. And in section C, we are given a poorly written. No. Sorry. Section C is where we look at some given rhythms and we do our best to guess what the time signature could be. So I'm going to go ahead and jot a couple of these down. In these examples, it's possible that more than one time signature is a correct answer. It's a very possible. So number one, we are given a quarter note, a quarter note, a quarter note, a half note, a quarter note, and a dotted half. So this is a measure of music, and we don't know what the time signature is. We're going to do our best guess. Well, a great place to start, of course. Find a reasonable note value. In this case, I kind of like quarter notes. And count how many of those quarter notes there are. Well, what do we got? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 in that half note. 6, 7, 8, 9. Well, how about that? There are 9 quarter notes. That is probably not going to work in simple time. I'm guessing 9. So I'm just making a guess here. 9/4. Does 9/4 work? Our job is not done. We're not supposed to figure out what could work just based on how much stuff there is, but how are the notes presented to us? 9/4. Okay, well, in 9/4 time, the quarter note would be the division of the beat. This is a compound time signature. Quarter note would be the division of the beat, and there would be groups of 3 of those. So I see 3 quarter notes here. Nice clean separation. I see 2 quarter notes and another one, so this is 3 quarter notes worth of stuff here. Nice clean separation. And then a dotted half note is the equivalent of 3 quarter notes. That's a beat note in 9/4 time. That works out really nicely. I'm going to draw those imaginary beat lines. 9/4 is absolutely a viable choice. Cool. What about 3/2? No, that would be 6/4. No, that's all I got for that one. Okay, looking at number 2. Number 2 is they give us a half note. They give us a quarter and 2/8. Okay, so again, a nice first step is to just count the stuff. What do we got? And yeah, quarter notes are nice to, when you're dealing with just half notes and quarter notes, the occasional eighth note. I like to check out quarter notes. Let's see what we got here. So for quarter notes, there would be 1, 2, 3, 4. 2 quarter notes and a half, 2 eighth notes and a quarter, so there's 4 there. So 4/4 time is a possibility. Does that work? Yeah, it does. Now wait, do I hear that? Do I hear a little cognitive dissonance in there? Are you about to ask the question, hey man, you said we can't obscure the beat. Doesn't this half note obscure the beat? Because we want 4 clear quarter notes shown? Well, yeah, if you followed that rule all the way, absolute in every situation. But what situation is this that we discussed in class in which, whoops, look what I did. It's okay to have this half note. Well, that's the quadruple meter rule. The quadruple meter rule is in a quadruple meter, you can combine beats 1 and 2 with either notes or rests, or beats 3 and 4 with either notes or rests. This is a quadruple meter, and this is beat 1 and 2. There's a dividing line between the first half and the second half. You following me on that? So if I put this differently, in a quadruple meter, the only dividing line that you really need to pay the closest attention to is the center line between beats 2 and 3. Now for compound meters, for 6/8, 9/16, or sorry, 12/16, no, we're just talking about quadruples. So for compounds like 12, I think it's important to keep beats 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 separate, and there is nothing wrong with that. This would be a situation where it would be odd, not incorrect or all that difficult to read, but it would look kind of odd to write 2 quarter notes and tie them together. It makes way more sense to go with the half note, and it's more conventional to go with a half note to represent those 2 quarters. Okay, so 4/4 time is cool. But is that the only option? No, it's not. Let's pull that out of there. There are other ways that this could make sense. What if the half note got the beat? What if this were a beat and then these last 3 notes combine to make a beat? 2/2 time is totally an option. So there are 2 choices. 2/2 works, 4/4 works. If this were in 2/2 time, there would be no better way to write this rhythm. That's the way it would look. Again, the dividing line in 2/2 time is right down the middle, just like that. See, I'll do it here too. 2 beats in 2/2 time. So either one of those is correct. All right, let's do one more. Let's look at number 5. That's nice and gnarly. Okay, so number 5. It's got a quarter, an eighth, a dotted quarter, 3/8, eighth, and a quarter. Okay, a couple things jump out at me right out of the gate. A big one is, check this out. Look at how this is a beamable note. This is an eighth note right here. And here are 3 eighth notes beamed together. There is an obvious intention on the part of the composer, whoever wrote this music, to separate this eighth note from these 3 eighth notes. Do you see that? The only reason you would do that in a piece of music is if that happens to be a dividing line for the time signature, to separate beat notes in that time signature. So that seems very obvious to me. So there's that. Then I see generally eighth notes and quarter notes. So I'm going to go ahead and count the number of eighth notes. That seems like a nice common denominator across the board. I'm going to count the number of eighth notes. There are 2 here. Here's 1. Dotted quarter means 3 eighths. 3 eighths obviously means 3 eighths. Here's an eighth note, and then this quarter note gives us 2 more at the end. How many do we have? 12. 12/8 is a good guess, but we have to go through and make sure that all 4 beats in this quadruple meter are shown clearly. Let's check our line we found over here. And let's see what's on this side of it. Well, there you go. 3/8 notes worth of stuff. That works. Let's just work backwards from there. Look at this. 3/8 notes grouped. Look at this. A dotted quarter, 3/8 notes. Look at this. A quarter and an eighth together. 3/8 notes. So it looks like that's a pretty nice dividing line. That's a dividing line. And now we have beats 1, 2, 3, and 4. All right. That's fun stuff. Figuring out time signatures. Again, it all begins with your understanding of beat notes. And also just, this would be good practice for you just to count stuff. You're just counting stuff in the measure. How much stuff is there? Oh, I see 12/16 notes. I see 6/8 notes. I see 3 half notes. Could it be 3/2 time? And then asking the question, what time signatures could work? And then double checking it with your knowledge of the beat note value. Okay, I'm going to do one more for, that's probably going to be section C. And I'll see you in a minute. Bye.